Today I'm feeling called to do a reading for you. It's something relating to love and relationships. I'm feeling that that is the direction we're going to go today. So we'll see what the first card tells us about the general direction of this reading. So let me shuffle these up for us. So something to do with love, relationships, dating, that type of thing. All right, so the first card, the Six of Bats, or Swords, in a classic deck. This card is telling me that you're really having to decide what sort of things we're taking with us and what we're leaving behind. This is definitely showing me some sort of journey that you're on or going to be on. You don't really know what's ahead of you. It's also a card that represents sort of a calm after a battle. So I believe this is telling us that we're going to be talking about a recent breakup you've gone through. And you're ready to move forward and get out of that dark place you're in, but you're not quite sure how. You're kind of searching for what you want in your life and what you want your life to look like, but you're not quite sure what that means going forward. You've learned a lot from your past relationships, and you're kind of determining what you want your future relationships to look like. The next card, the Eight of Ghosts, or the Eight of Cups in a classic deck. This is another clear sign for me that it is time to leave old things behind. The Eight of Cups represents abandoning what's no longer bringing you emotional fulfillment. It encourages you to move on from relationships or situations that don't serve our happiness. As you can see in both of these cards, we're seeing a journey in both cards. We're moving from one side to the other, representing your movement both emotionally and mentally. So this is a clear indication to me that we are on a journey, that's for sure. You'll need to really keep looking inward and really think about what has worked and what didn't work in your past relationships, because this was a big one for you. Even if it was just more of a situationship or even just a few dates, I am seeing some very important lessons to be learned. The next card, we have the Ten of Ghosts or Cups. This is telling me that once we've done all that sort of looking inward in these two cards, you're going through a journey and you're getting to a place of almost of inner peace, emotional fulfillment, and you're even able to sort of share this happiness with those around you. You're nearing the end of, this isolating emotional journey that you've been on, and I do believe that you will emerge from this breakup with sort of a greater clarity and emotional peace than you've had before. I mean, you've not only endured the pain of the breakup itself and then this journey here, and you've also done or will do so much to help yourself heal and learn from this experience. So you'll be called to connect with your loved ones again, and unfortunately, this happens to us all sometimes. Maybe this last relationship was sort of all consuming for you, and you didn't maybe have time or energy for your friends and family, but you're finally able to now share yourself with those who matter most, and it will bring you a lot of peace. The next card I'm seeing for you is the Four of Pumpkins. Pumpkins are pentacles in this deck. I'm seeing some energy of holding on to things that you don't want to lose, perhaps too tightly. Even though, you're now in a good place emotionally, you might be a little scared to enter a new relationship and sort of fearing that, pain and hurt. And you're clinging a little bit onto your new single status because you are afraid of getting hurt again. But make sure to remember that even though you've grown so much since your last relationship, you're no longer in the sort of naive place that you were when you started out up here. So yeah, with your new knowledge and confidence and understanding that you have gained in the beginning of this journey, you are ready for a fresh start. The next card we have is the Seven of Imps, which are wands in this deck. These two cards are interesting together. You're feeling compelled to sort of defend this cautious approach you're having. People might question your hesitancy to, start a new relationship or even just feeling hesitant to go on dates. You'll likely feel, in your interpersonal circle that you'll need to sort of defend your new hesitancy, which might make you even feel a little bit more isolated. But I would encourage you to sort of trust yourself here. If you do genuinely need to take things slowly and be hesitant, by all means do so. However, it's really important to sort of distinguish between the hesitation that comes from logic and hesitation that stems from just anxiety and sort of your trauma responses. So these two cards are something to think about in this journey. Sometimes, unfortunately, the more defensive we feel, it actually means that we're feeling insecure. So I do feel like that's probably why you're feeling a little defensive, but that does make sense. I mean, you've been through a lot. Next card we have the Seven of Bats or Swords. Alright, these two cards are all making sense now. I am getting the feeling from this card that your hesitation to move on or, try dating again does stem from a feeling of that you don't think you actually deserve to be happy. You might even feel like moving forward would sort of betray yourself or the past relationship. I'm sure we're all too familiar with the guilt or sense of betrayal that can arise when you allow yourself, to feel joy after a period of sorrow. You see how he's sort of has a mischievous vibe to him. He feels like he's getting away with something. But as strange as that sounds, sadness or depression can become a sort of comfort zone. It's almost it can be challenging to sort of embrace happiness when you've become accustomed to sadness. Our second to last card, the Page of Ghosts or Cups. This is a good sign though. The last three cards you've been feeling a lot of emotions and some hesitancy and fear, but you are going to be able to move past that, and you'll be able to move past these complex emotions and sort of embark on something new emotionally. You'll genuinely be ready to move forward, whether that means being open to a new relationship or maybe just finally feeling comfortable with being single. And finally, the Magician. This is all coming together for me. This card is telling me that you will, towards the end of this journey, you will be in a good place and you will come to realize that you possess everything you need within yourself, that maybe you don't even need a relationship. And it's certainly not a necessity. It could just be a want, but it's not a need. This serving as a valuable reminder, honestly, that another person doesn't complete you. Only you have the power to do that. All right. That is your relationship love breakup reading for today. Thank you for taking the time to be here with me today. I do hope that this reading brought you a sense of clarity to your day And please let me know any other questions you might have relating to this breakup, and I will be happy to do another reading for you. Have a good day.